everybody, it's Whimsy here with the weekly vlog. Alright, so this past week there was a little snafu with my sleep schedule. I was up all night. I think it's because I consumed too much sugar at some point in the day and I didn't realize it. Like, I was dumb and didn't realize, hey, drinking a soda is gonna make, you know, you're not gonna sleep because it's sugar. So I was up all night and it was awful, but I was so exhausted that I didn't get any video done, and so I apologize that there was no Super Mario Maker this week. But the good news was, while I was extremely tired and before I went to work one day, or that day, I was sitting at my computer and I'd been kind of fiddling with Subnautica. Now, Subnautica has had an update since I last played it, and I was like, okay, let me just make a new file and see if things work. And then when I was awake, like, throughout the night, I was looking online at, like, the forums and stuff, and they're like, yeah, the bug's been fixed. So I decided to film an episode of Subnautica, so that's returned. So I don't know where I'm going to fit Subnautica in with the schedule, but holy crap am I excited, because it's Subnautica. And there's new things, like, if you guys watched the episode, you saw me notice that they tell you where Officer Keen's last broadcast came from, so I'm really excited to get a Cyclops and go look at that, because holy shit, that's a new thing. And then, you know, I'm excited to get back into the gear of things, and this time around, I'm going to be a little more explorative. I'm going to be a little more involved with the storyline instead of just being like, let's make a castle underwater. I'll still do that, but on my own time. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I want to go explore wrecks that I haven't been to yet, or just to see what's new, because they've been throwing parts around everywhere. I think they're still trying to get, like, where would this be best put for the final game and everything. Now, I'm hoping that when the game finally gets updated to the point where it's no longer a beta and the game is out, like, officially, I'm hoping to stream it, but I have to make sure my computer can handle that. I've been having recording problems with my computer as far as, especially with online games, and I don't know if that's going to affect streams. And maybe I just need to fix my settings on OBS, but I don't know if my computer can actually handle it. It might be something with my processor. Me and Lawrence were talking about it last night because I was telling him all my specs and stuff, and I've had friends tell me that streaming might be a little difficult with all my specs. So hopefully I can get that fixed. I don't know. So we'll see about that. Now, I know I keep saying, I was going to get some Franbell recorded, but I just never got around to it. I think at this point I'm just going to kind of post it as I decide to play it, like whenever I'm into it. It's not going to be like a weekly thing, but I feel bad because I want to get that one done. And I have no new news on, like, Saints Row or anything like that. For those of you guys who do YouTube where you're actually, like, you create stuff on YouTube and post it, you know what annotations are, and obviously if you don't do that even, you probably still know what they are. It's like the links that you can click on in a video. Apparently those are going away. So, I used to use those, and then they came out with the end notes or whatever they are, which are a lot easier to do, and that's made editing a lot easier, like, holy crap. But I was trying to start doing annotations in these vlogs, and then they're like, we're gonna take those away, so I'm just gonna have cards. I figured out how to do cards. For some reason, I just never really looked into it to be like, oh, what are cards? I don't know, and then now I know. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna start putting those in my videos. Obviously, they're like the little eye in the corner that, like, appears on your phone or on your computer that's like, hey, a suggestion. So I'm putting those in. Hopefully those won't bother you guys. It's just, you know, trying to get people clicking on my other videos. Or interested in stuff similar, you know. But yeah, so, I'm kind of sad annotations are leaving because they were kind of useful, but it's alright, I understand. So, on St. Patrick's Day, I knew I had to film some Bayonetta because I posted the last episode that I had filmed for a while, on Friday. So I'm like, okay, so today I'm gonna film some Bayonetta. I ended up actually beating Bayonetta 2, so I wasn't expecting to actually beat the game that night before I went to dinner with my friends, so, yeah, I've beat the game. I'm not going to talk about it until I've finished it on the Let's Plays, which you guys will see in a couple weeks. But, you know, the storyline was interesting. There were things that I wasn't expecting, things I was expecting. So it's interesting. But I'll talk about it after I've posted my video in that vlog. So, you know, I'd love to talk about it now, but I'm like, let's wait. So you guys have seen my reaction first, you know? And so the new plan for Fridays, I think I'm going to just go back to, like, because there's still stuff in Bayonetta 1 and 2 that I want to complete, like, you know, the portals and stuff. So I'm going to go back through and do all that and get, like, better scores and everything. But I'll probably skip it along a little bit so it's not a, like, super long journey. And as far as Fridays go, I might... I don't know when I'm going to get Breath of the Wild, but I'm planning on trying to get it. So we'll see. That might be the new Friday game after a while. If not, I can do both. If I still have Bayonetta material, I can do that and Breath of the Wild on Fridays, so that'd be cool. Or I can start putting Subnautica on Fridays. I don't know, because Subnautica's back now. I don't know if I want to just do it as I go, or if I want to set a specific day. I was going to do today, but I apologize, these videos got posted so late because I was at a birthday party for a friend's kid, and I slept in really late today because it's the weekend. I'm taking a break, but I still gotta get videos done. So I apologize that this has been so late. It's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock almost. But yeah, I've been trying to get stuff done this weekend. I just messed up my hair. So I got a lot of recording done in general. Yesterday I filmed 6 more episodes of Sly 2, one of my favorite levels in the game. So I'm really excited because my reactions were pretty good in that one. So. I hope you guys are watching Sly 2 because it's actually a really nostalgic game for me. Like, I really love that game, and I know that's what I started with a lot, but there are some of you who were like, oh, Sly Cooper, I love Sly Cooper, and I'm like, oh, I do too, so it's cool. Me and my friends used to play when we were in high school, and it was a great game. My friend Megan got me into it, and I'm like, this is really cool. It's like they took like Crash Bandicoot and morphed it with like, you know, Elder Scrolls or something, being like all sneaky and stuff, so that was kind of neat. And of course the first game was more like Crash Bandicoot. The second, third, and fourth are like, whoa, we're doing stealth stuff, this is awesome. And that's what I love about the second, third, and fourth games. I played the first one just out of principle, but I beat it, so that's good. I'm gonna be recording some Dishonored tonight, as well as maybe some Subnautica. And we'll see if I can get around to Franville. If I'm in the mood of just like recording, we'll see. Last night I actually played Resident Evil 5 with Lawrence online. It's the first time I've ever played that. And I kind of have some knowledge about the Resident Evil franchise. It's like one of the only few zombie games I'll play, or horror games. But we were trying to record it, but like I said, my frame rates have been losing it. On OBS. Like, I can play the game just fine. Like, there's no frame rate loss there. But when I play back the recording, it looks like crap. And it's like, you guys aren't gonna want to sit there and watch, like, 3 frames, you know what I mean? Like, that's not fun. So, we just kind of played without recording after that, and it was still fun. If I can fix whatever the problem is, maybe we'll go back and start the game over and record from there, because it's a lot of fun. And it was funny because at first I was planning on using Sheva because I'm like, I am not good at this game. But because I had turned the game on first, I had to use Chris. But I'm like, whatever, it's fine. And it was pretty cool. And it was funny because Lawrence actually has Sheva dressed in like a really sexy Red Riding Hood costume. So I'm just like, fan service, cool. But it's like, oh, it's whatever. But it's still pretty cool. And you know, I'm interested to see like what the heck's going on, right? And I know that it's like, why am I starting with Resident Evil 5? It's just because Lawrence wanted to play it online, but I want to do the other Resident Evil games. I just don't know if I want to do them by myself or with a friend. And if I do it with a friend, is it going to be Brandon, because Brandon lives up north, or maybe Lawrence, but again, Lawrence also lives up north, or maybe Almas, I'm not sure, we'll see. Because I'm playing Resident Evil 5 with Lawrence, but you know, either way. And Lawrence he's a riot when it comes to playing Resident Evil, because he played it at SAC Anime, and it was so funny when he was just trolling the zombie villagers with Leon. It was awesome. The way he just cheesed it through like the first part was like, oh my god, I can't believe this right now, but it's great. And it's efficient, I mean, you know. But yeah, I think that I need a better processor in general for recording and stuff, so there's that. Now I'd like to also talk about D&D, of course, as usual. So this last week, and this might be why because it was the night we played D&D that I got all messed up with my sleep. Because we were going out to my friend Kat's house because she was house sitting for her parents. Her parents live out in the mountains, so it was kind of a trip. But it was a fun trip, we were all excited for it. And me and Brent actually had that day off, so that was pretty cool too. So we drove up there, but on the way we got McDonald's, and that's where I had the soda that messed me up. And then of course Kat had got tons of food for us there, so we had food, we had like sugary drinks and stuff, and I drank some tea, but it was decaf, so I was like, I'm good there. But then like, it had to be that soda. But so we didn't have Maya and Jeff with us. They had to, I think they had to get up early, so they couldn't go out there, which is understandable. We almost got a little lost up there, but because the GPS signal ran out, and I'm like, it's nighttime, and oh god. And then Brent's car couldn't really make the clearance of the driveway, because it's like, this is like mountain houses. Like, the driveways are like dirt, basically. But Kat's mom was able to drive us up the rest of the driveway in her like 4-wheel drive, like SUV or something like that, so it was all good. And so we played D&D up there. It was really cool. I guess her parents were leaving that night, so we were all by ourselves in the house. And let's see what happened. Okay, so Baba Yaga told us that she needs us to go sneak attack the vampire guy, and we're just like, are you kidding me? Sneak attack him? He's like masterwork vampire king guy, whatever. So she's like, yeah, do it. And we're like, okay, woman, we'll do it. And since Maya and Jeff weren't there, Baba Yaga took Kyle and Zero off with her to like do something with them. So I'm sure Brent will brief us on that this week. And then so we go and sneak attack the guy, and apparently he's weak to fire. So my character's like, well, shit, fire's my thing. And Kasim is like, oh yeah, me too. I'm a djinn made of fire, so of course. So we fought the guy. We kept blasting him with stuff, and my character actually, she used an attack, or well, she used up, the way that Brent has it, it's like a magic system where if you want to make the DC, you can actually spend magic points towards it to make the DC, but you spend your magic points, which usually you'd spend like 15 on a spell, but this time it's like, yeah, but you have to go an extra 50 just to beat this DC, because I guess what happened was, I was going to attack with like a fireball or something like that, and then he was counter-spelling it or counter-attack, but it was like a counter thing where it just made the DC go ridiculously high, so I was like, alright, fine, and so I plunked down the points for it, because I'm like, I got points, it's fine, and I did like a crazy fireball attack, which was like, oh my god, crazy, oh my god, but he kept trying to heal himself, and then finally he disappeared into ash, and we're like, is it done? But then what happened was, in the middle of that fight, because I guess the place that he lives is like, it's a part of the forest that just looks really weird, but it's like all just like gigantic dragon bone, I guess, like, or a dragon skeleton with like plants growing over it and shit. So he built his castle in the bones of this dragon, as douchey as he is, because he wants to necrotically, like, you know, bring it back. And then, so I guess he was in the middle of doing the ritual of reviving that dragon, so the dragon, of course, starts attacking us, skeleton dragon, and he disappears into dust, but then all of a sudden, me and Kat's characters, I think we used a certain, it was like in a sequence, but we had like a special magic thing that let us see this. The vampire had teleported himself onto the head of the skull of the dragon, but he was like coming out of it, like his torso, so it was like a really gross abomination. Kasim saw it, and he was just like frozen, like he couldn't believe what was going on. And we attacked the dragon, then finally we got out of there because it was just like I think both Kata and Capono were injured to the point that they were down, so we had to just get out. So now they've got like some sort of scarring going on, because that's how Brent plays it, is if we go unconscious or if we hit 0 HP, we get like a scar. He doesn't want to kill us unless he's like, I'm done with your character, but he's not. He loves all of our characters. But we teleported out of there, and it was just like this crazy thing, and Kasim was all like freaking out, and then we got him some tea, calmed him down, and it was just such an abomination that he saw that he was just like, ew, why, oh god, I'm scared and horrified. So we got him to calm down, and now we're like, now what? So I think we're just gonna go back to the main city and take a break, or not take a break, but figure out the next plan, but we'll have some downtime, because the last 3 sessions we've just been like attack after attack after attack, and it's like, okay, we need some downtime. So hopefully this week we will have some downtime. I think we're going to be gaming a week, or a day later this week, because everyone's asked to. Fine with me. But yeah, I love this campaign, and I hope that, because he wants to end it soon, but I'm like, no. But I think because his other campaign got delayed, he's going to actually prolong it a little bit. But he also has plans for this not to be the only story. Like, once he finishes this story arc, he'll have new ones, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, there's going to be a campaign that takes place like 20 years in the future after this group, which I have my plans for that too. So that's been D&D for the week. And then just in general, other stuff's been like, I've just been really busy. But mainly this weekend I've been like recordings, so I should be good for like stock of recordings for the next couple weeks before I have to film anything new, hopefully. Except for Subnautica, sometimes that takes a while, but whatever. So I'm gonna get to recording tonight and get to editing this and all that stuff, so I apologize if this comes out like after midnight or anything like that. It's just, I'm busy. So thank you guys for watching. check the links at the end and the links in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time, and until then, stay whimsical. Wow. I don't need flour, I need melons. Big old chugs. Oh, crap. Nope. Ow. Fuck you, rats. It's like... This thing is dinky. It's so rendered badly. Minecraft has better pixels than that. Oh, did she summon Gamora? Which one did I summon? Oh my god. It's like Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti. Except not. There's one fucking more. Or not. Oh,
Wait, I can see it on the sonar.
Uh-oh.
What's that, Mega Man?
I love this.
Something big coming this way.
Oh, shit. What just happened?
She got the eye. She's got the eye.
Sly, how'd you let that happen? Bitch. Fucking do it already. Do it! God damn you. Ha ha ha, perfect little pile. Don't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, sandstone. I didn't want gold! Sandstone. Yeah. Silver! Silver-based computer chips are an essential component of the radiation suit and habitat builder.